Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I just want to show you some of the books that I bought thrift shopping, because as you can see it was a beautiful day, so I went out and I went in different charity shops. I already went another time last week, and I was surprised to find more interesting books this time, some of which are very difficult to find. And I found one first edition, one book from 1935, and a few other interesting releases. I want to start first with the non-horror related novels. I found this beautiful copy of The Trial by Franz Kafka. This was from 1935, and I couldn't believe it when I found it, because it was really nice, the edition and the details. As you can see, it's like mustard with gold decoration, and the spine is green with some more gold decoration and writing. There are pictures inside of Kafka, and at the end of the book there are some more pictures. Show you some of them here, and this is a page from the manuscript of The Trial, and it's a really nice edition. The original one is from 1925, and this edition, published by Gollancz, is from 1935. I'm not sure if that's correct, because it doesn't show any other dates, so it might be from that time, but I'm not 100% sure, because I can't find another date anywhere else. So I presume that could be the correct date, since it's not a first edition. This is in fact the second edition. I was really glad to find it, because I always wanted to read this book, and you know that Kafka is a really interesting author. You always find interesting stories to talk about, and this is no exception. Then I found also this one, Gazette of Watchmen by Harper Lee, and this one has the same characters of To Kill a Mockingbird. I think it might be the sequel. This is from 2015, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it's a first edition, and it was obviously a Christmas present, because it's written right here, but I don't care. This is all I have for the non-horror related. There is this one that is not horror, actually, now that I think about it. It's Jules Verne, Journey to the Center of the Earth. This is a science fiction adventure book. I love this author. I read other books from him. I read this one in Italian. I remember the movie that I loved. I also was intrigued by these editions, because when I was looking online, they didn't look really appealing to me, but now that I've seen them, they're actually really nice. And the spine, there is also the picture of the book, and they're really slim, so they're easy to read. They don't take much. And I found in the same shop this other edition. This is the Highland of Dr. Moreau and Other Stories by H.G. Wells. And this one and this one were £1 each. Also, this one has a nice cover. It's a bit creepy, as you can see. I'll let you know which stories are contained in this collection. So there is the Island of Dr. Moreau, Epiornis Island, I think that's the pronunciation, the Sea Raiders, and the Empire of the Ants. It's really short, there are a lot of stories, it's really good, and for £1 it's even better. Then in the same shop of these two, I think I found also this one, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, this was £2, and this is The Taking of Annie Thorne, and this one is by C.J. Tudor. This is an author that is becoming more and more popular. It's the author of The Chalkman. This looks really interesting. I want to read you the synopsis for this one. One night, my little sister went missing. There were searches, appeals. Everyone thought the worst. And then, miraculously, she came back. She couldn't or wouldn't say what had happened. But she wasn't the same afterwards. She wasn't my Annie. Sometimes my own little sister scared me to death. This looks really, really good. And I can't wait to read this. It would probably be one of the first to read from this pile that I've got here. I've got a book by James Herbert. It's really heavy. This is Hush. I think this is the first one from the Hush series, if I'm not wrong. I don't remember which one is the second one. I think it's The Ghost of Slates. I'm not sure, but this author is really popular here in UK, and I found it for £2. It's huge, it's heavy. It's even heavier than it, but it's a big print, so that's why. And it would be a bit difficult to read it because it's really heavy, but I love when it's like that, because sometimes some books have printing so small that it's really hard for me to read them. Like, I don't know, one of this one is really small. I can't tell which one. Then this one is The Chain by Adrian McCanty. I heard a lot of people talking about this one, and some had positive reviews about this book because they said that it's interesting, but most of them said that the ending wasn't really good. So I want to make up my mind about this book. I was looking for it and I found it by chance, and this with CJ Tudor will be probably one of the first read from this pile. So this book talks about basically kidnapping of kids, and this is like a chain, because when your kid is kidnapped, to have back your child, you have to kidnap another kid. And it's an interesting concept, and Stephen King described it as nightmarish, incredibly propulsive and original. So I can't wait to read this one. This one looks really interesting. Then I've got a book by Robert Louis Stevenson. Is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and Other Stories. I already had this book in Italian, and it was a nice hardcover edition. But when I saw this one in the shop, the cover was so nice that I wanted to pick it up, even if I already had it and I already read it. And given there are other stories, I was interested in picking it up. And I'll let you know which one are included in this collection. So we have The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Markheim, Frown Janet, Olalla, The Battle Imp, The Isle of Voices, The Body Snatcher, and The Waif Woman. This one is from Alma Classics. The other one, I was looking for it, and it's one of the Stephen King books that I miss. Is this one, Needful Things. This wasn't actually the edition that I was looking for, because I was looking for the first edition, the one with the doll on the cover, and not the Desperation, the one with the doll on the window. And this is a story of Castle Rock. This talks about a man that opens a shop in Castle Rock, and what he gives for the things that he sells in this shop is basically favors, but these favors kind of have consequences. So it looks as if Stephen King is talking about the devil and some deals that made with the people of Castle Rock. It looks really interesting, and even if this was not the edition that I was looking for, I was glad to find it. Oh, like this one is the one with this very small print. I was really glad to find it because it's one of the main pieces of Stephen King that I miss. And then last, I found two books, one of which I wasn't expecting at all to find. That was a surprise. This book, I already read this one. It's The Outsider by Stephen King, and as you can see, this is a limited edition copy. This was released by W.H. Smith, and as you can see, it's different from the original because the original is orange. Actually, the first edition is gray, and I like that cover more than the orange one, but I think this one is even nicer than the orange one. It was amazing that I found it for £2. I found it totally by chance. It's in good condition. The only thing is that on top there is some water damage, but I don't really care that much because given it's a limited edition, it was a bargain for £2, and I was really surprised to find this one. I didn't expect it. I read this a few years ago, so I don't remember everything, but I remember that it was really good. It was one of the last Stephen King that I really enjoyed, and this one is strictly connected with Mr. Mercedes saga. This one talks about a man that is charged with the murder of a kid, and that was killed in a very brutal way. And when they're doing this investigation, they found his DNA on this kid, so it's like 100% sure that he's the person that is guilty of this murder. But he always said that he was innocent, and there is this kind of presence or supernatural being that can take the shape of people, so it's a shapeshifter, and it took the shape of this guy to commit these murders. And it's really, really, really good. I loved it. And last, in another shop, I found this one. It's Layer by James Herbert. This one is a first edition. It's from 1979, if I'm not wrong. Let me check. Yes, it's from 1979, and it's a first New English Library edition. It's very, very old, very brown on the pages, and there is foxing. It's in bad shape, but it's a first edition, and this is the second book from the Rats series. This one was 49 pence, so really good. So this series talks about some rats that are very violent, and I think they are modified. I don't know how, I don't remember. They became a plague for London, and the outbreak of these rats is unstoppable. It looks like a really interesting one. I still have to read the Rats that I have on ebook. I have also this one on ebook, but I wanted to buy this one because it's a first edition for 49 pence. It was really good price. So this is all I have for this book haul. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I've got some reviews coming for some of the books that I've read lately. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and I'll see you into the next one. Bye!